Peace. I'm your brother Crumb, and you are now watching Crumb TV.
Hey, you are now watching Crumb TV.
Crumb TV.
Hey, we in Chicago, y'all, and y'all watching Crumb TV.
It's your brother, Tim Buck 2, I say.
You are now watching Crumb TV.
You is Chi-Town finest. You're Inglewood, always up to no good.
Man, I'm telling my brother Crumb.
You're watching Crumb TV.
I'm your humble brother, and you are watching Crumb TV.
Reporting live from the Wild Hunter Southside Chicago.
And you now watching Crumb TV.
And you're watching Crumb TV.
Crumb TV, baby. Hey.
Crumb TV.
Peace, Ashe, Islam, Namaste, Hotep, Grand Rising, Assalamu Alaikum, Walaikum Salam, Shalom, Salat, Bom Dia, Oseo, Wagwan, Hotep, Grand Rising. I'm looking for, oh, here it is. Whatever the greeting is in your respective language, I am your humble brother Crumb here for another installation of Crumb TV. You already know what it is, family. This video is called Bad Hair. Movie review. Yes, we're doing a movie review. It was a dope movie, so I want to say that at the very beginning. Let me see which side of my face is dark. It's this side. All right, get my lighting right. So with that said, family, while I get my lighting right, I want to do what I love to do, and that's just acknowledge the family. Let's see who the first responders are. First in the building, without doubt or contradiction, Ankh Sisters Jean says peace. We saying peace back. Let me just take a moment. You know, when we talking about Gene, I don't want you to think his name is Eugene. It might be Eugene. I don't know. It might be Eugene. But when I see Gene and I see Ankh and I see ancestors, I think about genetics. Ankh Sister Gene is a dope name. If his name is really Eugene, if it's not, it's still a dope name because it's just a you know, Ankh Sisters Gene is just dope. Anyway, number 2 of the perfect trifecta is Tris Scorpio. Tris Scorpio says, let me just make sure, see where we at. Okay, yeah. And we on Facebook too. I didn't even realize that. Tris Scorpio says, peace, family. We saying peace back. I see you. I love you. I appreciate you. Number 3 of the perfect trifecta of YouTube is Empress Thickness. I would like to see her. You know, she don't got a profile picture. I like to see thick ladies, all my thick ladies. Anyway, Empress Thickness says peace and love, sis. No disrespect. You know, in case you got a man or whatever the case may be, we want to give perfect praise and high honors to all the family, whether they be twin flames, soulmates, or just single souls out there. I don't want to come in between anybody's relationship. Don't take it that way. Number 1 in the building for the Facebook perfect trifecta of the first responders. It is my president of USARCO, Leonard Lassiter Bay. He says, greetings, Royals, and we're saying greetings back. Number 2 in the building from Facebook first responders. Move around. He says, peace, brother. We saying peace back. I see you. I love you. I appreciate you. Surprisingly, that was all from Facebook, but not all is well. All is truly well over there on the book by hook or by crook. With that said, family, I want to also mention to you that this video is brought to you by VK Platinum. Yes, family, VK Platinum is in the building. You may notice this is an empty bottle. I did drink all of my VK Platinum like a good boy, but VK Platinum or Platinum VK is my newest sponsor, so I want to thank them. I appreciate that. A lot of health videos to come. That's a health drink. VK Platinum. I think it's actually Platinum VK is how it is on Facebook. I'm gonna talk to them and make sure I put some respect on their name. My second sponsor is Latanya Page Balcom. She helps feed the babies, keep the lights on. Her book is called Ma'at 42 Plus God. It's a small book. It's a very easy read. If you're new to consciousness, definitely check that out. My last sponsor within the first 5 minutes of this is going to be Kicked Out of Heaven, Keenan Booker. Keenan Booker keeps the lights on, the baby's fed, and he has more of a thicker book. If you with more than 1,000 pictures, this is actually volume 3, Kicked Out of Heaven, the untold history of the white races. That's right, family. I am your favorite races, and we're going to get really scholastic with it. This ain't just old, regular, random talking crap. This is very sophisticated level of what we do. But nonetheless, this is volume 3. There is a volume 2, volume 1, over 1,000 pictures. That's kickedoutofheaven.com. Also for Latanya Page Balcom, that's afrocentriclogodesigns.com. And for Platinum VK, that's platinumvk.com. Check them all out. We giving them all perfect peace, and high honors. But now that we've reached the 5-minute mark, let's get this thing started. I got my sister in the building, Karmic Dynasty, Joy Allen, Queen Mother, Matriarch, Goddess Supreme. Peace and love, sis. How are you?
Peace, Brother Crumb. Peace and love to everyone in the chat. I appreciate you all being here.
Sis, before we get too deep into this, can you tell the people, my apologies, who you are and where they can find you at?
Yes, Karmic Dynasty is how I'm going to be known. I'm wearing many hats, which in life outside of social media is great. But in social media, you know, I appear in one place and some people know me as Joy Allen. Some know me as Asma Atef Newt. Some know me as Tisha Nicole Thompson with my business side of myself. So Karmic Dynasty, I'm rebranding. That's who I am. You can find me on the ticker below at Twitter and Instagram at MKDTNT. Find me on Facebook at Joy Allen. YouTube, Karmic Dynasty. And in case you want to chat with me on some other type professional stuff, something personal, you need counsel, consultation, that's my email address. And of course, you can always find me on Crumb TV.
Well, there you have it, Crumb TV. Wow, Karmic Dynasty is the rebranding. I will make sure to put some respect on your name. Sis, can you hear me? Fine.
I hear you, Brother Crumb, yes.
Okay, I'm just gonna tap to see if this is actually this mic. I think I just switched mics. Can you hear this?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So the mic is hot, the mic is live. All right, so yeah, so with that said, you're not a TV person. I get it. And I appreciate that. But you know, for me, I always got to drag you back to a place where you didn't want to, that you came from and don't want to go back. So I said, hey sis, have you seen the movie? You said, of course not. I don't do those type of things. I said, well, can you do me a favor and go watch the movie? You was like, I didn't really want to watch it.
But I will.
but you obliged me. You obliged me. So I want to say thank you for that. We did watch the movie. Let me start by saying this. The movie didn't get much publicity. If I had to guess, 99% of the audience did not watch the movie. So for the listening audience, if you did not watch that movie, can you please press 1? If you did not watch the movie. If you did watch it, press 2. I'm sure we're going to get like maybe 1, 2, or maybe 2 2s, maybe. But for the most part, I expect to see a lot of 1s. Nobody watched the movie. I'm going to tell you what happened. The movie, when my brother from Cali, shout out to California, LA to be exact, when my brother from LA had hit me up, he said, go watch the movie. I said, okay, bet. I'm going to go to Netflix right now. He was like, nah, it's not on Netflix. So in my best Scooby-Doo voice, I was like, So it's actually on Hulu, which at this point, you're probably familiar with Hulu, but Hulu is damn near non-name brand. When I think of Hulu versus Netflix, I think of Jordans versus penny loafers. When I think of Hulu versus Netflix, I think about steak versus a McDonald's burger. Not saying we eat meat, but we know a steak is, is way above a McDonald's burger. So unfortunately, nobody's on Hulu, and that's just the reality of it. But nonetheless, I went to Hulu, I went and watched the movie, and it blew my mind. So for those who did not watch it, let me see if the family's pressing 1. Yeah, nobody watched it. Nobody except me, Joy Allen, which I forced her to do it, and Phoenix Jean.
Every time. Right. He pulling my arm.
Right.
Like, all right, Brother Crumb.
So with that said, I just want to really quickly read the plot and then we can get started just to bring everybody up to speed. Do you mind?
Yep. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, it might help. It might help if I share my screen. Let me act like I know. All right. Bad Hair. Actually came out in 2020. We late. But nonetheless, Bad Hair, a 2020 film. Bad Hair is a 2020 American satirical comedy horror film. That's a lot. That's a lot. A satirical, a comedy, and a horror. Anyway, written, directed, and produced by Justin Simeon. His name is Simeon. Very peculiar. We'll get into that later. Some of the big names in the movie is going to be I don't know. Is Laverne Cox famous?
Yeah.
Okay, and oh,
And I
Laverne
only
Cox,
know because I only know because I researched the movie. But
just
I've heard of Orange is the New Black, but I've never seen it. But I heard that was a big deal. So I would say, yes, she's famous.
I did see Orange is the New Black. I remember her. Is an American actress and LGBTQ plus advocate.
Yes.
Kelly Rowland's in the movie. Is she famous? Is this person famous?
Yeah, she created some TV shows that people might be aware of.
Okay, let me just see. Okay, yeah, she's a screen producer and actress. She created the show drama series The Shy and the BET comedy series Boomerang and Tweenties. I haven't seen any of those, but okay.
Yeah, and I seen her right quick. When I was looking, I seen pictures of her and her girlfriend in the images. And the one before her, like Extreme Bias said, yes, he is famous.
Jay Farrell, he's famous too.
He, the beautician in the movie that you was on.
Oh, before. Extreme. Okay. Yes, I'm sorry. Is he
Laverne Cox? Yeah,
is a man. Orange is the New Black, becoming the first transgender person to be nominated for a Primetime Emmy Award. Right. Yada yada yada. Okay, so that's really a dude. Jay Farrell, is he famous?
I don't know about him, and I didn't get to look at him.
Stand-up comedian and impressionist. He joined the cast of Saturday Night Live. I guess he's famous. Whatever.
Saturday Night Live.
Elle Lorraine, she's like the star, and she doesn't have a hyperlink, so she's not famous, I assume. This dude is famous. They don't have a picture of her. I assume she's not famous. Usher, yeah, he's famous. Blair Underwood, he was in it. He's famous. And Vanessa Williams, she's famous as well. So there's a lot of famous people in this movie. I digress. Let me just read the plot. My apologies. In 1989, Anna is an assistant at Culture, a television station featuring African-American music artists. Aspiring to move up in the industry, Aspiring to move up in the industry, she is devastated when her mentor, Edna, I hate that name, the current head of programming, is ousted by the station's owner, Grant Madison, a white guy, and replaced, and Edna, she's a sister, she's dark-skinned, she has natural locks, she's everything we love. And the leader of this business called Culture, which is Black culture, featuring African-American stations, is a white guy. So the white guy is leading Black culture. What's new? And replaced with former supermodel Zora. Now, Zora is played by Vanessa Williams. Anyway, Anna, who's a Black girl, dark skin, suggests her idea to expand the station's reach by diversifying the culture VJ's style and diversifying the culture's VJ style and showcase a live music video countdown show. Impressed, Zora takes her on as her assistant, but demands that Anna change from her natural Afro-textured hair to a weave to fit the station's new image. Remember, the station is called Culture. So the station's new image is a new culture. Anyway, moving on. Zora gives her the address of her upscale hair salon called Virgie's. The process is painful, but Virgie gives Anna a pink bottle of hair product that tells her never let the weave get wet. Anna's new hair helps her succeed, getting her noticed by an old work flame named Julius. She expresses the desire to become host of the countdown. Despite the VJ's reluctance to change to a more commercial appearance, Anna convinces them to sport the new weaves. Everybody named Mama getting a new weave. However, she begins to notice strange phenomena, such as the hair moving on its own, intense hunger pangs from the hair, and dreams of hair being cut off on a plantation. When her drunk landlord, Mr. Tannen, attempts to rape her, Anna stabs him in self-defense. The hair surges into the wound and drains Tannen of his blood, killing him. She is horrified, period. At a party, Zora asks cryptic questions about whether Anna is still using the hair product, leading her to suspect that Zora is similarly afflicted. She is confronted by Edna, her conscious, natural-haired mentor, ex-mentor, who got fired and replaced by Zora. She is confronted by Edna, who is disappointed by Anna selling out culture's image and criticizes her weave as indicative of her lack of integrity. Anna is crushed when she learns that Zora has made herself host instead and has been having an affair with Julius, Anna's on and off ex-boyfriend or whatever they got going. It's complicated. Why you had to go and make things so complicated? Oh, I'm sorry. When Anna later has sex with Julius, the hair possesses her and she angrily stabs him. The hair feeds on his blood. Terrified, Anna flees to a natural hair salon to have the weave removed and runs into, again, Edna, her ex natural-haired conscious mentor. Well, her natural hair conscious ex-mentor. She tearfully apologizes for disappointing her, but as the stylist attempts to cut her weave out, the hair kills everyone in the salon. Anna recalls an African-American slave lore tale called The Moss-Haired Girl, from a book given to her by her uncle, Black Studies professor. A slave fashions a wig from tree moss to replicate the straight hair of her masters, but finds the moss is actually the hair of dead witches who possess the woman. Frantic, Anna finds that Zora and others who received weaves from Verges are also possessed. Zora attempts to break free from the possession and is killed by her own weave. Now, fully controlling Zora and the others, the hair chases Anna through the building. Trapped in the sound booth, she lights a cigarette in preparation for her death. However, she spots a sprinkler and triggers it, causing water to soak her and the others, weakening her hair and allowing her to cut it off. As she moves back into her uncle and aunt's home, Anna learns the hair product is made with pig's blood, intended to help feed the hair. She sees new advertisements from Culture featuring Zora, who survived and is now fully possessed by the witch's hair, which is the first time they share that it's not moss from a tree. It's actually witch's hair. We'll go into that in just a moment. She finishes reading the story of the moss-haired girl, which tells of the plantation master's descendants continuing to farm the hair, knowing of its controlling abilities. A truck with the same logo of the tree moss illustration drives out of the plantation, where it loads up boxes of hair and unloads the corpses of the hair's victims. The plantation owner is revealed to be culture station owner Grant Madison, the white dude, the only white dude in this movie. And the tree, rife with withering hair, grows nearby. Anna's cousin Linda, at the very end of the movie, announces that she managed to get an appointment at Virgie's to have a weave put in. That's how the movie ends.
Right.
Okay. So, sis, we basically gave a rundown, a plot of the movie. Once the brother read the plot, somebody called me, somebody from California. His name is Jeremiah Rossborough. If you look at his name, it's like he sounds like a Jew. Is Jeremiah a Jew, Crumb? No, Jeremiah Rossborough, a very Jewish name, is not a Jewish person. But every time he calls me, I pick on him and I say shalom. Every time he calls. So he called me, I said shalom. He starts laughing because he's not Jewish. But anyway, he starts laughing. He says shalom back. He says, brother, can I read to you? I said, sure, brother. Black people hate to read, but hey, if you want to read to me, I'll accept that. So he reads to me. Akra, read, is what the angel told Muhammad. So he reads to me. And what I just read to you is what he read to me. So in my best Scooby-Doo voice, I was like, huh? Let me call Sister Joy. So I called you. I said, sister, we got to watch this movie, so on and so forth. So we watched the movie, and now let's talk about it. What did you make of this movie, sis?
We did a movie. I was gonna say this is the first movie I actually liked that we did a review on.
Yo, well, okay, we have done some sucky movies. I'm guilty.
Yeah, I was gonna say how many we done. The Soul movie, it was okay, but it had too many, things targeted towards the children, so it was over. But this one, I actually enjoyed it. It was okay. It was good. Yeah. I give it almost 2 thumbs up.
Yeah. I'll give it a full 2 thumbs up, and it's hard for me to do that. And that's because there was so much occult science in the movie. So the movie starts out where she's a little girl. She couldn't have been no older than, let's say, 9, 10.
About 10.
Maybe 10. Mm-hmm. So now she has the perm in her hair. And there is a light-skinned girl. I'm not sure if the light-skinned girl is a baby.
That's her cousin.
That's her cousin. So
yeah, that's the older girl that when they had the family dinner, she was sitting there with her boyfriend and they were transferring the book around.
Oh, okay.
And she came to her part. So that was her cousin.
So now they're in the room and her cousin, no, she's getting a perm and she's all excited. She's high energy. She's talking smack and everything. And she's like, it's starting to burn. She's like, you good, stop tripping. And the older cousin, she's light skinned, she's pretty, she got a beautiful perm, just in case anybody's still indoctrinated and they think that's beautiful. I got to do the air quote for all my condition, not my single ladies, all my conditioned ladies. If you've been conditioned and you still think that's beautiful, then that air quote is for you. So that air quote was for anybody who still associates white woman hair is beautiful. But anyway, I digress. So now, beautiful for us. What's good for them is great for them. It's beautiful on them, but it don't work on you, sis. That's what I'm telling all my beautiful ladies. It don't work for you. It look good on the white woman. It look crazy on you. Anyway, so now the girl who's looking crazy, but she's beautiful. Is a young girl. She's giving her a hard time. Let the weave stay in. Let the perm stay in. So she eventually runs to the bathroom. She tells the hurry up. Won't rush me. I know what I'm doing. So then once she goes to put the neutralizer in, she starts pulling clumps of hair out. And she's like, I'm sorry. I did what the box told me to do. And then the young girl ended up getting permanently burned in the back of her head. Particularly by her medulla oblongata. Go look at the movie and see where that burn was at. It was on her medulla oblongata. Do you know where the word medulla comes from?
Medusa.
My apologies. We should have asked the listening audience that and just kind of.
Oh, my bad.
No. In hindsight, yeah. It's Medusa. The girl in the movie, she gets a permanent burn on a part of her head because she could have got burned anywhere. The burn could have been right here. It could have been. It was on her medulla oblongata. And the word medulla oblongata comes from the word Medusa. Let me just see if I can bring a receipt up. I'm not going to talk the family to death. I give you my word. But I do want to make sure that the family is, Crumb, well, that's your opinion. Crumb, you got a hell of an imagination. I don't want nobody to say that. Medulla oblongata, Medusa. I'm sorry. Does medulla oblongata come from Medusa? I wanted that trick to talk to me. The medulla oblongata is the lowest bud of the brainstem. The medulla's mythological personification is found in the phonetic imagination as Medusa. Medulla, at the time of her death, Medusa is pregnant. She gives birth to Pegasus. And I find it funny that Medusa gave birth to Pegasus. You know what Pegasus is, sis?
The flying horse.
Right. The flying horse. So she get burnt around this part of her head, the medulla oblongata. From Medusa to medulla. So now she gave birth to Pegasus. Pegasus is a horse. The most coveted weave is human hair. The second most coveted weave is horse hair. Girl, take that horse hair out your head. That's horse hair. Girl, you wear it. Weave is horse hair. Girl, you got that horse hair in your head. Well, medulla oblongata comes from Medusa. Medusa who gave birth to Pegasus? Images are all usually depicted as a pure white offspring of Olympian god Poseidon. He was foaled by the Gorgon Medusa. Upon her death, Medusa gave. So she was. When I say that she had a scar on her medulla oblongata family, I don't want you to think that's a random shit in a movie. I keep telling y'all, America is based off occult science. Y'all better wake y'all silly asses up. So now she gets a permanent burn on her medulla oblongata. She goes straight, never wear weaves again. But now she's at this job, and the year the movie takes place. Do you know the year the movie takes place, sis?
1989.
1989. So I was like, why is this movie taking place in 1989? The reason that Justin Simeon, the guy who made this movie, decided to make the movie take place in 1989 is for the simple fact this is satire, Crumb. It's comedy, Crumb. It's horror, Crumb. They should have labeled this a history movie. Historically, that's when weave took the first big jump into the black community. Prior to 1989, we weren't really wearing weaves like that. Go back a couple of years, our grandmothers were still wearing afros. Just in case the little girls think we've been wearing weave forever, boo-boo, honey boo-boo, we ain't been wearing weave forever. Your grandma was rocking an afro. Grandma, why you got this picture with your hair like that? Oh yeah, back in the day, we didn't wear our hair down. We didn't start wearing our hair like white women until about 1989. Actually, there was a famous, because one of the characters in the movie looked like Salt and Pepper. She had half of her hair cut off. Do you, the girl? I don't know whether it was Salt or Pepper, but one of them started that new trend where they cut half the hair off. Do you know why Salt or Pepper started that new trend, sis?
Maybe like in my case, because with the perm, it burnt out that side. So they cut it low. And instead of cutting all the hair, they just left your length and you rocked it.
And just kind of rocked it.
Yes.
You blew my mind. I'm gonna tell you why. Not only because you knew that, but because you yourself experienced that as well. So it's not, you know, for me, the only
it was
reason
with my first perm.
I'm sorry, please.
It was my first perm.
Could if you're comfortable, could you elaborate just a little?
Sure. Now my mother, because I'm seeing these hot comb comments in here and other things. My mother always, so I was about 14, because I seen in here in the comments also, your hair matures about 13. So I was about 14 years old. I was 8th grade, and I was it was 8th grade picture day. It was coming up. And so my mother, she always, you know, washed my hair, and, you know, she plaited, you know, braided down, and it would dry. Then when it was like, she do it on the weekend, mostly Sunday or Saturday. And so either way, she would the next day, you know, get the hot comb. We'd be by the stove, not them electric hot combs today like you plug up. We'd be by the stove, and she'd be pressing my hair out. So for some reason, and recently I've been looking back on it, and I'm like, my daddy ass. My daddy got this bright idea, and I remember him and my mother going back and forth about it. He was like, oh, she need to get a perm. So, and me not knowing, you know what I mean? My daddy, so he took me to this lady he know, and I don't know her certification or anything, but we were in her basement. She had her whole little setup. And you know, it started to tingle, you know, kind of, and she was like, oh, don't scratch it. I'm a little girl. She was like, oh, don't scratch. I'm like, okay. You know, this remind me when I had chicken pox. I'm like, don't scratch it, just rub it. So I'm rubbing, patting it. And she was like, okay, it's time to come out. Now, the issue was, it was my first perm. And based on my hair and what I know of for now, it wasn't taking. And just like the little girl in the movie, they're thinking if you leave it in longer, it'll straighten it out. And that was not the case. All it's going to do is burn it out. Now, I didn't have a scar like the girl in the movie, but it burnt my hair out. My hair length was like to here. And then when she got done with that perm, my hair was like close enough to where all she had to do was trim it up. It had that salt and pepper look. And that's the look that I wore. And so, I went on and got my pictures taken. My mama was furious. My daddy was like, you know, he thinking he good. He done did something because he bought my dress for the pictures. He did all that. He trying to hook me up, got my shoes, my outfit. The thing is, too, the lady at the time, because she know my daddy and how he'll snap. Oh, boy, one day I'm going to come to y'all some stories about my daddy. He's something else. But she was like, oh, when she seen what happened, like the little girl in the movie, she was like, oh, I did what the box said. This lady to me said, oh, can you not tell your daddy? Can you tell your daddy that you wanted your hair cut short and, you know, like this? And I was like, okay, because I knew my daddy enough at that time to know if he knew what she did to me, she'd have been busted up and burnt herself, and it wouldn't have been by no perm. And that's my story. That's my story.
Wow, and what a story! You did not let me down on that one. You never let me down, but still, that was wow. Shit, I don't want to meet your daddy.
Man.
No wonder the daughter named herself Karma.
Man, y'all know that movie, what was that, 5 Heartbeats? And dude was like, what's my office hours? And he had dude over the balcony. That looked like my daddy.
Oh, Lord. Papa Bear.
He done did that. But it was grown women he had hanging out the window.
Woo, white Jesus.
I ain't gonna tell no more his business right now. He's so good.
There you go. You telling everything. So now, in the movie, well, actually, the hot comb situation. You and I did a video already, and we acknowledged perms and hot combs when we did a video on the other Netflix documentary, bio documentary called
Inspired by Madam C.J. Walker's story on Netflix. Yep.
So, you know, and that situation touched close to home because the Madam C.J. Walker building is where?
Downtown Indianapolis, Indiana.
And, you know, not to tell all your business, but could you tell the people, you know, are you familiar with that area?
Oh, I'm familiar with downtown Indianapolis. Yep. I was born and raised in that area, so I'm familiar.
Okay.
Yep.
because when I went out there, you brought me out there. I just didn't know how to word that. So thank you so much for saying that. So yeah, you were like, listen, Crumb, the Madam C.J. Walker thing, it isn't me saying that by chance. It's, you know, that's the history in this area. Just like for me in Virginia, the history is Nat Turner. Out there in Indianapolis, a part of the history is Madam C.J. Walker. Why did Madam C.J. Walker get them girls to use that perm and them hot combs?
Because she felt like they had more opportunity. It was in the workforce.
It was bullshit. I'm sorry for cutting you. Please continue. I'm sorry.
It was what?
It was always about opportunity, which was the workforce.
Right. Yeah, because they were, you know, they washed people's clothes. They were in the home, so she was working on helping them get out of that, you know, and be more promotable.
Madam C.J. Walker helped transition the melanated woman from out of the home, from out of the maid positions, from out of the dishwasher positions, from out of the waitress positions. These were positions after Franklin Delano Roosevelt passed the New Deal. White women skyrocketed into corporate America, while black women, so-called black women, got stuck with these lower class positions. Madam C.J. Walker helped the black woman, so-called black woman, straighten her hair in order to help her move into our corporate America. So when we're dealing with these things, it's always been associated, you know, during that time. But that was never culture. That was off employment. We're dealing with Madam C.J. Walker. When we dealing with this movie, that's very much the culture. Now, it wasn't. It was at a job, but the name of the job was literally culture. When we're talking about, you know, what the job was reflecting the culture. The three things that will condition a weak-minded Negro. The three things that will condition a weak. Hey, babe, shout out to the babies. I love the babies. I love the babies.
Hi.
Hey. Oh, I love the baby voice. This is me trying to make my own baby voice. Hey, baby, I love the babies. How are you? That's all right. That's all right. I feel your energy. Is she glowing or what? Can somebody give me an ashe of this little baby glowing? She just the beautiful she want to be. Oh my God, she walk on water. I wouldn't be a bit more surprised. So now music, media, and movies, but music and movies are a media. It's another M. Music, media, and something else are the three things that will influence the weak-minded Negro. So now when we're looking at the movie Bad
Money.
Oh yeah, that's it. Music, money, and movies are the three things that primarily influenced the weak-minded Negro. How many of our brothers wanted to be Scarface after seeing the movie Scarface? How many brothers wanted to be a dope dealer after they listened to Jay-Z? Music, money, and movies really influenced the weak-minded Negro. So, you know, with that said, shout out to everybody who just loves Carlito's Way and Jay-Z and Lil Wayne and, you know, a lot of these things that are set to condition us. Nonetheless, so now in the movie, 20 years later, she's an adult. She is at her aunt and uncle house, and they try to tell her some conscious-ish. The uncle is trying to talk conscious, and she curbs her uncle. Like, ain't nobody trying to hear that. And then her uncle's like, listen, she's like, I get it. And the uncle checked her silly butt. Listen, no, you don't get it. Unless you know where you from, you can't know where you going. And he kind of gives her one of those kind of talks. I'll let you add value. What did you take about that part of the movie where the uncle, I loved him as the black man in the movie. What was your take on him?
The character that Blair Underwood played, at first he kind of threw me off because when she walked in on that scene, he was talking about how she wasn't dealing with reality in parts. And so, he cut that short when he realized she was coming in the door. But overall, with his background, he's a professor. He has his degree. And as he told her, it's hard for me sometimes to leave my professor status at the university. However, I'm paraphrasing. So, and he has good intentions for her. His intentions for her are well. And I think it's important that, because it's not the first time that she came with pushback. So there is this pattern of pushback. And regardless of all that, he continues to, in some manner, help her, assist her, want to lead her, to guide her towards more knowledge of self.
Right. And he gave her a book, and she was like, F that book. She opened it, maybe looked at 2 sentences and closed the book. There was a scene where she was getting her hair done, and she goes to open the book. She closes the book, puts it down, and opens up a Weave magazine and starts reading that until she falls asleep. It's like, damn, you rather read this garbage than read the, what your uncle is trying, that right knowledge your uncle's trying to feed you. And the uncle was that quiet angel on her shoulder, and she was like, she kept just brushing him off. And I can't find a good man, because she was looking for a good man, but she didn't even like her uncle. So the man that she found was the opposite of her uncle, who was played by the character Julius. Julius was very shallow, self-centered, egotistical. He'll have sex for money.
Because he did.
He doesn't have a standard. I was talking to somebody, my good brother, and he said something about food. It was a food joke. And it was a funny food joke. But the reality is, I told the brother, not to be the unfunny guy. I said, brother, how much sugar do you got to put on dog shit before you eat it? He didn't get offended, but he knew the point I was making. If you put enough sugar on dog shit, the average Negro will eat it. I'm not being funny.
Right.
People who eat anything, they will literally eat anything. Them people, I got people in my family. I'm sorry.
Right quick though. And in the case of them chitlins, them KYs, they don't put sugar on that and they still eat it.
Right. But most of the things in America, like even if you get a can of green beans, they put sugar in the can of green beans. There's sugar in the peanut butter, sugar in the jelly, sugar in the milk. In America, these industries are very one-trick pony. But that's what people gravitate to. So in this movie, she gravitated to some real NIGGER and that was the type of man she didn't like. That conscious, woke, somebody's going to tell me something good for me type of man. And she rejected her uncle, who represented that in the movie. And she was attracted to a man who was shallow, who was egotistical, who was attracted. He'd be like, I can't find a good man, and she got a weave. She didn't attract him 100% until she got that weave. Once she got that, because when she was natural, he was like, oh my God, I'll have sex with her, but I don't want to deal with her in public type of situation. And she settled. She lowered her standards with natural hair to just have a side chick relationship. Then once she got her weave, he wanted to deal with her in public. And he still has sex with her. Like, you can't be mad when the weave in the movie attracted the wrong type of guy. And I found that to be very justifying of Crumb TV. If you wear a weave and you attract a certain type of guy, we know natural hair ain't gonna. Some guys are perverts. They'll have sex with a hole in the wall. It is what it is.
For sure.
I've seen pictures. They're having sex with dogs, family. Let's just keep it a buck. It don't matter if she's cute. They're having sex with dogs. So you ever seen a cute dog? No. So it don't matter if she's cute. They'll have sex with anything. We get it. However, the point is, he was attracted to a certain type of woman, and he was a no good guy. So this type of image is attractive to no good guys. And they put that in the movie. I found that to be very powerful. How she got the weave. I'm not going to go through the whole movie in chronological order. We got less than 15 minutes left. But that man at Virgie's was a very posh hair shop. And in that scene where she goes into Virgie's, they like, oh no, we're not going to have another appointment for the next 5 months. She's like, oh, 5 months? Okay, no problem. and pretends like she's gonna walk away. Ah! And she runs in the bitch like, yo, you queen, you gotta do this shit for me. If you don't do my hair, I'm gonna kill myself. So Virgie was like, you know what? I'm gonna take pity on you. Because right now, Trick, you pitiful. So Virgie took pity on her. Turns out Virgie's a man. Can you talk about that part of the movie where the weave, which has a curse on it, obviously, the weave is being put in by a man. Now, for me, you know, I don't get my hair done, but I used to love getting my hair done. My grandma would always tell me, be careful who you let put their hands in your head, boy.
Yeah.
Your grandma told you that? Or maybe anybody in your family? I don't know.
Yes, for sure.
I wanted to just kind of, you know, poll the listening audience. If your grandma, your mama, or just a random person in your life told you, be careful, don't let everybody put their hands in your head. If you've heard that or somebody told you that, can you please press 1? I just want to know who from the hood or who grew up on the white side of things. Some of y'all grew up as white people. Your ass ate macaroni and cheese with raisins in it and all types of funny shit and potato salad with no mayonnaise or just some real off-brand shit. Some of you brothers and sisters don't got a black card. I get it. But some of us, we got black mamas, daddies, grandmamas, cuz in the hood, you don't just let anybody put their hands in your head. You don't let just when you get a barber, that's damn near your barber for life. The last time I had to change my barber, the only times that I change my barber is when I get locks, he died, or I moved. Other than that, I don't care if my barber go out of business. Bitch, I'm coming to your house. You can cut my hair in the garage. I know you got this. No, I'm not going to nobody new. I'm going to wait till sis, tell me, share with me that part. The part where in the movie, because that's why I'm like, I started thinking this movie's genius when the person who put the weave in was this person. This is the person that put the weave in her hair. Laverne Cox. Laverne Cox put the weave in her hair. Does anybody know why you should not let a person like this put weave in your hair? At this point, I'm not going against weave. This part is not me downing weave. This part is about me taking concern with us not allowing certain people to put their hands in our hair. Sis, can you talk about that a little bit? I mean, with being respectful as possible. I don't want to get taken off.
Okay. So what's the question about this type person touching our hair?
Right.
Okay.
A person who thinks a certain type of way. We know that this is not a woman. I don't want to go into detail.
Right.
But this is not a woman. This person is channeling a particular energy. This person is channeling a particular type of energy. And energy transfers. Talk about, you know, I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know what to ask you. Just tell me what you think. I don't know. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, for one, when it comes to a man, you know, doing our women's hair, there's this stereotype that they are gay. For one.
Right.
You know, and so then for those men who are not, they deal with that stereotype. So that's a whole nother topic. That's a whole nother day. But people like this, they have some issues. And then whatever their energies are, whether they think it's negative or positive, it does not have this place in your space. So, you know, you must be mindful of who's touching your hair, and not even just your hair, who's touching you, period. Because you just don't want to, there's like this radius of space between people. And when they like think it's 15 feet, and when they come in your space, you're already transferring and sharing energies. And for them to touch you, that's just like of the highest violation. And if you knew, like the pictures that Brother Crumb showing, though, the aura, the light, the energy, if you could see it, you would run from it. You wouldn't be running to the chair, you'd be running out the salon. And then like me, I do my own hair. And before me, it was my mother. And when I had beauticians, I was selective like Brother Crumb. I had one. And if she went away, it happened one time and I was like, oh man, not knowing on what I know now, but things just come naturally, just didn't feel right. I was like, where'd she go? What do you mean she's not here? So when I took a moment to select the next person, and in between time, I did wear wigs because I wouldn't want nobody touching my hair. So I was going on a whole nother path wearing a daggone wig. And it just was, it's turmoil. It's so much confusion. It's just chaos. So what I did was I started taking notes from the next beautician. And when she would do I take notes mentally. And then I would go home, and when I needed my hair done, I would slowly take the things I learned and do it myself. And then over time, I just completely was my own beautician.
You know, I like that word. It's very respectful. Confusion. Mm-hmm. If she puts her hands in your hair, whatever confused energy that she possesses will transfer to you. Right. Mm-hmm. You will now be confused. You will now not be satisfied with anything in line with nature. You are now going to have an issue with yourself. And, you know, I want to change the way I look. Now, you know, you found some flaw within yourself. When in your case, woman, I'm sorry, not you. Not you. I was trying to do this. To the women out there, what if and I had a woman in my life try to debate me. I said, you were born perfect. No, I wasn't. I said, one more time, bitch, you was born perfect. We can debate. I'll go live with your ass right now and debate the fact that you were born perfect.
Right.
I had to debate her on that. She was wearing some shit like, yo, no, there's something wrong with me. No, bitch, you good. You tripping. That's an illusion. This movie could have easily been retitled Black Girl Magic. Because the movie, I've never seen a more culture in terms of magic. This movie represented Black Girl Magic gone wrong. Black Girl Magic is so strong. If we allow ourselves to misuse it, we will tear down everything good that we possess. Not to be so religious, but this one girl I was with had a tattoo on her arm. And I never knew what it meant until later. And she finally explained it to me. Let me see. The tattoo, it said, a wise woman builds up her house with her own hands, and a foolish woman tears it down with her own hands. Proverbs 14:1. Proverbs 14:1.
Here's a summary from Geneva College. Proverbs chapter 14, verse 1. The wise woman builds her house, but the foolish pulls it down with her hands. How does a foolish woman pull down her own house? By carelessly or spitefully adopting destructive habits that alienate and impoverish her family.
She has poor habits that alienate and impoverish her family. I'm not a Bible type of person. I'm not that dude. I don't be promoting that shit. But I had so much respect for that girl that, of all the tattoos, I'm gonna get a tattoo of whatever on, right above my ass crack, Crumb. I'm not like all the other women, but I had this great idea and it was my own. I'm gonna get a tattoo right above my ass crack. Oh, okay, bitch. How original. And that's not you following the crowd. That's not you being a follower and just not thinking for yourself. So many women be coming to me, I'm different. Bitch, how? I put 100 of y'all in the room and y'all all got ass tattoos right above your ass crack. What's the chances? There is no chance. That's a program. That's a conditioning. So now, not the ass crack part, but what was I saying before that? I'm sorry. My apologies.
You were talking about the lady's tattoo. You were the Proverbs.
Proverbs 14:1. She had that joint on. She had that joint on the top of her wrist. And it wasn't even fancy. It wasn't in cursive. It was just regular Proverbs 14:1. And I'm like, why do you have such a boring tattoo? She's like, well, it's not about the color. Oh, it's pretty. I like it because it's pink. That's it. You know, she wasn't that type of woman. I like it because it's cursive and it's pretty lines. She wasn't that type of woman. She was all about the meaning behind it. So now, the woman, she gets her hair done by a transgender, and the girl, to put the weave in, matter of fact, this was a deep part of the movie. Do you remember how that girl picked that weave? She had to walk around a rack of weave, and she said, pick the one that resonates with you. There was energy in the hair. She said before, I'm not going to tell you, oh, this looks good on you. The transgender Laverne Cox did not say this color looks good on you, you should get this. Laverne Cox said, if you feel an energy of attraction, choose it.
Yeah.
She said, oh, I'm attracted to this one. So it wasn't even about cosmetics, vanity. At that point, it was all witchcraft.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember when I did my first crime. First time I got, I'm trying to look for the paper. I was going to show it. First time I got locked up. I was in jail. They had me in, you know, I was going through processing, whatever the case may be. I didn't call my mama or my daddy. Next morning, I got bailed out. Only thing I could ask my mama was, how did you know? She said, I woke up in the middle of the night and I had a feeling. My mom was a Stone City Christian, all the way Christian. My mama don't believe in psychic powers. My mama don't believe in the divine feminine energy. My mama don't fuck with none of that shit. If it ain't Jesus, it ain't nothing. My mama don't even deal with the Old Testament. My mama one of them people, whatever the preachers say is gospel. Sweet Daddy Grace. Pimping from the pulpit. All of that. So now I said, Mama, how did you know? She said, I woke up and I had a feeling that you was in jail because I didn't call nobody. I didn't tell nobody. So now in the movie, I said, Mama, I'll never tell my mama she a witch because she won't receive it. There's no point. But my mama was very witchy at that time. She was having a premonition. She was an oracle. Shit was just revealed to her, and not because she got a phone call. She just knew something was going on in the world. So now she chose that weave. The weave, she didn't pick the weave. I just wanted it to look good. She chose that weave because of the energy. So now this is what I tell the family. I said, listen, your hair, number one, not everybody got hair. Not everybody's human. A lot of these mother effers got fur. Let's put it out there. A lot of these MFers got fur. Hair holds energy. I wanted to show a picture. Do you mind? Hair coil meme. I didn't have it ready, obviously.
Should match.
Shut up. Shut up. Anytime I want you to read, you don't. Not pair. Hair. These pictures should match. You didn't even hear what I said, idiot. Our hair is conductive. Coils are used as energy conductors with your weave ass. Any questions? Any one of you anti-science, I don't read books, I'm full of opinion people, got any questions? Nobody, right? We not dealing with the science, Crumb. We dealing with vanity. We not dealing with the science. We dealing with ego. Oh, okay. Sorry, family. Stupid me, right? Anyway, so now hair has energy in it. You can't. I put out a meme one time. I'm gonna pass the mic. I put out a meme one time. I said wearing another woman's hair is like wearing another woman's panties. Can somebody quote me on that? I'm going to type that up. I know they're not going to quote me. Nobody of the 130 people. Hair is what was the quote? What did I say, sis?
Wearing another woman's hair is like wearing another woman's panties.
Woman's hair is like wearing another woman's panties. Period. Wearing another woman's hair is like wearing another woman's panties. That's not something you should do. So, I've said this a long time ago. So in the movie, the hair has an energy signature. Old girl picks up on the energy signature and she wears the hair, not knowing that was originally the hair from a witch. That was the hair from a white woman who was a witch. You and I just did a video on a certain type of witch, sis. Can you tell me the type of woman? Well, the type of witch. What was her nationality? The one that you and me were talking about.
Oh, the Armenians, supposedly Russian.
The Armenians. Armenian witch.
But the reveal is she really Russian with them Armenian background.
Right.
There they go.
How come when I type in Armenian witch, what's this girl name? What's her name right there?
Kardashian.
No. That's Marina Abramoff.
Oh, her. Okay.
Abramovic.
Yeah.
Marina Abramovic.
Yeah, because we did that. For those who don't know, we did this presentation in Detroit, Magic and Motor City. We did a video. We did a live lecture in Detroit, otherwise known as Motor City, and we talked about witches. The most popular type of witch here in America, if you don't know, are Armenian witches. You say, Crumb, I don't know any Armenian witches. Yes, you do. You know, the most famous Armenian witches in America are the Kardashians. In the movie, the girl, the transgender, said, which hair resonates with you? She said, I like that Armenian witch hair. So then the transgender got a fish hook. And dug in that girl's scalp. Can you talk about that part with the sew-in? Yeah, with the sew-in, so the needle hit, she went in the scalp and drew blood. And Virgie, what's her name? Virgie knows what this hair does. So Virgie deliberately was feeding the hair, attracting the hair to feed when it got in there, in that scalp.
Right. Now, that's called a stitch witch. A sew-in? That's a stitch witch. The sew witch. Now, this movie takes place in Louisiana. The guy who made the movie's name is Justin Simeon. Takes place in Louisiana. Well, what's the problem with that? When you're dealing with Louisiana, can you talk about Louisiana just a little bit, sis?
Yeah, Louisiana has, as we also mentioned in Detroit, we did the history of the voodoo and hoodoo and vaudou there. And so in Louisiana, there's also what you're showing there. So there is that history there. And so this guy placed this movie there, for one, because his roots are there. It shows that he was born in Texas, but Texas is close to Louisiana. And I don't. Yeah, go ahead.
There's a Tenjin law.
Oh yeah, that. Yeah, we talked about that in the video a few weeks ago.
Can you tell us what here? Let me just.
And I seen Brother Ponder up here talking about this law as well before.
Right, Brother Ponder speaks about law all the time. Moors speak about law all the time, and the Moorish sisters, like you are doing now. If you see a Moorish woman, there's a 99% chance her head is covered. You know, for me, one thing I hate about myself is I don't cover my hair. I hate that about myself. I seriously need to start covering my hair. If I respect my hair, I need to cover it, especially if I'm out in public. Can somebody type in, Crumb, cover your GD hair? Can somebody please type in, Crumb, cover your GD hair? You can type it all the way out. You good with me. You good with me. But I need to start covering my hair. Shit. Anyway, let me go into the Tenjin law. Can you read that for me, sis?
It was a 1786 law enacted by the Spanish governor of Louisiana, Esteban Rodriguez Miro, that forced Black women to wear a Tenjin headscarf.
In Louisiana, you were not allowed to show your nappy ass head. Girl, if you don't cover that shit up, your nappy ass head. Yo, nappy ass. I don't know if I want to see that nappy shit. Cover your head up. So now people talk shit about Black women wearing weave. You know what I tell those people? The white woman ain't never had a fucking law based off the way she wear her hair. Nobody in this country has had to deal with what our women have had to deal with. Don't say shit to me about the way our women wear her hair, for the simple fact that the white woman never had a law made on her hair. Never. Our women had to go through shit none of y'all never had to go through. Oh, slave. No, it won't just slavery, asshole. Y'all better learn a little bit of history with your slavery ass. Because that beyond slavery, Black people don't know shit. You know, we were slaves, right? Okay, we were slaves. Anything else? Anything else you know? No, that's it, huh? Okay. So now, Justin Simien.
According to Wikipedia, Justin Simien is an American filmmaker, actor, and author.
So I'm like, Simien, is he a white boy? His name is Simien. This movie was made by a dude named Simien. So I was like, no. When you dealing with Simien, I'm gonna hit images. You dealing with monkeys. When you say Simien, when you say Semite, you dealing with monkeys, bro. How the hell your name Simien? So I had to look this one up. I'm sorry. Simien, last name origin. So when you go and look at the last name Simien, because for me, that was a red flag. Similar to many. How many is many? A lot. Many French family names. The distinguished surname Simeon is a proud sign of a rich and ancient ancestry. Simeon is derived from a Hebrew name, Shimon, meaning to hearken. French. Well, let's do some research. Where are the French quarters?
Here is a map of French Quarter, New Orleans, Louisiana.
Oh, we back in Louisiana, sis. Did you know that? We back in Louisiana.
Yeah.
So we got a black guy. Let me get this straight. We got a black guy who makes a movie about some hair in Louisiana. His last name is Simeon, and Simeon is French. And the most Frenchest place in America is, again, Louisiana. Okay. This is starting to make sense. Now, this brother did say Seminole. Seminole, root word being semi. What is a Seminole? A Seminole is a half-breed. A Seminole is a half-breed. Seminole. Images. I'm just gonna put Seminole. Oh, no. That's not Seminole. Seminole. I thought I had images. So you're gonna see these Seminoles, and you're gonna think it's a type of people. No, Seminole is not a type of people. A Seminole is a half-breed. The root word of Seminole is semi. What does semi mean? Semi. Semi means half. Semi means half. Meaning half. A half-breed. You a Semite. You a Seminole. You a half-breed. So now you got these Simeons. We know, sis, one thing that was who was the antagonist in this movie? Antagonist definition.
Vanessa Williams.
Antagonist. A person who actively opposes or is hostile to someone or something, an adversary.
The antagonist, the bad guy in this movie, Vanessa Williams.
Okay.
According to Wikipedia, Vanessa Lynn Williams is an
No, don't talk me to death. So this is Vanessa Williams now. She not looking so good with her half-breed ass. We know black don't crack. Vanessa Williams got some white in her, and that shit is showing in the wrinkles.
Yeah.
Vanessa Williams looked like she might be aging in dog years. You know, you can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. But you should probably get with a 100% sister, because a 100% sister is where it's at. You know, that the white side of your family ain't looking so good around your mouth. And I'm sure your ass done got a little bit of Botox. Anyway, she's the protagonist in this movie. What's so amazing about her is she's one of the very first light-skinned bad guys. Have you noticed in a lot of movies, the bad guy is always dark-skinned?
Yeah.
Especially in black movies, the light-skinned girl is usually, you saw Coming to America.
Yeah.
In the movie Coming to America, bark like a dog. In Coming to America, that bitch was barking like a dog. In Coming to America, she was barking like a dog. Coming to America, Princess. Not her. That's the other one I want. So in Coming to America, he got with the light-skinned girl. We know light-skinned girls in the black community is God's gift to black men. You know why black men love light-skinned girls so much? Because it brings him just that much closer to a white woman. Some girls like me. I'm talking about women that don't personally know me. Let me bring some receipts. Some girls like me, and they used to like me for the wrong reasons, and I loved that they liked me for the wrong reasons. They used to like me because I was diet black.
With your bow tie on.
You know, I wasn't, I was very fit in. I love to fit in with the crowd. I was one of those, I was in the get along game. Where's my bow tie at? I was Mr. Fit In. I'm gonna fit in. I'm gonna be that person. Whatever it is you think, whatever I thought you wanted, that's what I was. Crumb, you look good then. Family, I was fake as shit then. That's the Crumb who won't tell you what's on his mind, because ain't shit on his mind but sex, money, sex, and just materialistic shit. Oh, they pay me good money to wear that bow tie and them suspenders. Good money. But I tell you what, I was the fakest thing on 2 feet. I was trying to be something I wasn't. I was trying to be what I thought they wanted me to be. I was trying to fit in. I was conforming. I was, I was a house Negro. Yes, sir, massa. Yes, sir, massa. Shucking and jiving. And you see how light I am. I did good. The girls like me. Love to love ya. But it was a facade. It was a lot on the outside, nothing on the inside. It was nothing on the inside. And the stuff that it was on the inside, no, you don't. No woman wants that type of man. She may think she wants that type of man, and I convinced a lot of women that they want that type of man, but I fooled every last one of them. Every last one of them. I'm telling you, I was running through them. No, I won't run into them. That's a lie. That is not true.
Oh no,
that's a lie. People lie on the internet. What if I told you that's truly not the truth? I did not do that. I was a good person-ish, but I was fake back then. Nonetheless, a light-skinned woman these days, that's high stock. You can't get, a lot of girls like me because I was the closest thing to a white man that wasn't a white man. I was very European-esque, I was very close to being a white man. Very, if she want a diet Negro, a diet brother, I want him to be melanated, but let him be a little light skinned. Let him have a little speak the King's English. I want him to dress in white people clothes very well. And I want him to conduct himself like a European. And I want him to be in a corporate world. If that's the type of man that she wanted, that's the type of man I was. Because I was catering to some low level energy. And it was a sad reality. And I understand that when you're dealing with the world, a light-skinned woman is the best thing in the world next to a white woman. You don't get closer to a white woman than a light-skinned woman. So much so that you're gonna get what's them girls' names? The Kardashians. I need something that got a little bit of melanin in it. Not too much melanin, maybe just dark eyes and some dark hair, but still something light, bright, and almost white, mostly white. I was light, bright, and almost white. I still am, but shit. But I don't take pride in that anymore. That's not what I wear on my sleeve anymore.
Right.
But I understand the light-skinned woman has a place, a high rank in society. And in this movie, Vanessa Williams, Zora actress character, not Zora, Zora. So she played Zora, who was the protagonist in the movie. In the movie, she was very much the bad guy. And for me, I was like, whoa, a light-skinned woman is the bad guy? What? You don't see that. Remember New Jack City?
Yeah.
Who was the bad guy?
Wesley Snipes.
Who was the good guy? That light-skinned cop.
That Christopher Williams.
Oh, that's his name? Look, the good guy was the light-skinned dude. The bad guy was the dark-skinned dude.
In your screen not showing, Brother Crumb.
Wow, that might make a difference. Maybe, who knows? Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe, probably not. The bad dude, and when you're dealing with movies like this, you know, black movies, the bad guy's a dark-skinned dude.
But you know what, Brother Crumb, when it comes to hair movies and of course, I think all the hair movies I'm aware of is women's hair. The antagonist is always the light-skinned woman. Because you go back to the Spike Lee movie, was it School Days? And they had like the hair war. The light skin was the ones, who was that? Tisha Campbell led that crew. And Jasmine Guy was a part of that crew.
Don't
that good hair crew.
About Tisha Campbell.
I'll talk about Tisha Campbell.
No, I'm joking. That's me praising light-skinned women.
Man, because you know I'm gonna bust it up. When it comes to the hair, when it comes to hair, the light-skinned woman is always the antagonist. And it's always a dark-skinned woman on the other side of her venom.
Damn.
I'm telling you. And the dark-skinned ones had the natural hair, the so-called kinky, nappy hair, and they were the ones that had the good hair. That's all falsehoods for real. Because without that perm, without that straightener, relaxer, without that whatever she processed in her hair, hers be looking the same way.
Now, in the movie, they were talking about moss hair.
Mm-hmm.
I've shared my screen enough. Can you share your screen? I know you got some pictures you want to show.
No, I didn't prepare. So we didn't.
Okay, no worries. No worries.
It's a meme. It's cool.
Black hair tree meme. I don't know how to search for it. There's a picture with black girls on one side, and natural hair. Natural hair tree meme. So there's a picture with 3 types of trees and 3 types of natural hairs. And it's talking about black girls with natural hair are in accordance with nature. It ain't nothing but some coonery and buffoonery. What I'm finding now, any suggestions on what
I got it.
Okay, thank you. You saved the day.
Hold on, let me grab it. I put typed in natural hair black women compared to tree. My screen showing, share.
Yeah. But
it's right here.
Yeah, can you hit that one for me? That's it. That's the one. Mm-hmm. So in the movie, they were likening the girl's hair to a tree. However, this tree had a curse on it to where this tree was growing white woman's hair, which was a witch.
Mm-hmm.
And the sisters were putting on white woman's hair, or an Armenian witch, and the hair was drinking blood. That's it. That's the one. So in the movie, they're getting hair from a tree, but the tree has a curse on it, and the tree is growing white woman's hair. There are no white women in this movie, but the science in the movie is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Did you want to talk about some more aspects of the movie? I know there were so many more.
Let me see.
Pig's blood.
Oh, we talked the pig's blood and how some women go through that pain to look good.
Right.
Because you was talking about her popping them pills and how that
she had to pop the pills to look good. She had to get a needle, a fish hook. They gave her a sew-in. Let me, I imagine guys have no idea what I'm talking about when I say sew-in. So when I say sew-in, let me go to let me share my screen, and I'm gonna expose some witchcraft to y'all. When we talk about sew-in, we talking about, I'm sorry, behind every sew-in are Meek Mill cornrows meme.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. there was a meme, and it said behind every girl's sew-in are some Meek Mill braids. And back in the day, Meek Mill had some fuzzy ass cornrows. So in the movie, they cornrow the girl's hair, and then she proceeds to put a sew in, and she uses some type of fish hook. Here it is.
You got it because I got it too. Okay.
She uses this fish hook.
Oh.
But instead of using a fish hook for the actual mesh or whatever the case may be, she uses the fish hook to dig into the girl's scalp to pull blood. Because no. Show yours. Yours is funny. Let's go with funny first. We got to be funny when we under every Brazilian weave, there's a Meek Mill's braids. I don't want see the number one thing with witchcraft. Black girl magic, Crumb. Let me help you out with this black girl magic. Glamour is witchcraft. No, glamour is magic by definition. I don't know what you Negroes who don't read books are thinking. I don't know what you uneducated Negroes who watch TV all goddamn day. I don't know what you think. I can't even guess. But if you take the time to use your phone for anything else other than entertainment, you might find out that glamour was originally referred to as a magic spell, an illusion. Can you share your screen again, sis? Under every Brazilian weave, which is a magic spell and illusion, there is really some Meek Mill braids. What? These
right.
Be lying. These be lying. That's witchcraft. Glamour is witchcraft. Boo boo, you lying. Boo boo, you lying. That's magic. Glamour is a form of magic with your lying ass. So now, when I tell you this movie could have easily been called Black Girl Magic, this is all about Black Girl Magic going wrong. Who at the very end of the movie, because she was fighting her uncle. I don't want to read. I'm not reading that. That's a bunch of crap. By the end of the movie, her silly ass opened a book. And that's what I love about the movie. At the end of the movie, her dumb ass finally abandoned her niggerish ways and she opened a book. In the book, what was that word? The scientific name for pig's blood?
It was porcine albumin.
Spell that?
Porcine. The next word is albumin. Oh, you doing one at a time? Okay.
Porcine. There was porcine in her hair care products. It says of a pig, affecting a pig, or resembling a pig. What was the next word?
ALB as in boy, UMIN.
Albumin. Oh, blood.
Right.
A simple form of protein that is soluble in water and coagulated by heat, such as found in egg, milk, whatever, and blood. So now you said, hold on. Porcine, with an E at the end, obviously, albumin. By definition, pig's blood. Let's go see what they see for here. Oh, this stuff is really porcines. No, I didn't think it was real. No.
For real? I thought you knew that.
They selling pig's blood.
Yes,
no,
brother.
They selling you. They should have never gave you niggas pig blood. So This is the thing that was a slap in the face in the movie. Sis, no. I'm not going to ask you. I'm gonna ask the listening audience. Do you know where they hide information from Negroes at? Which one of you Negroes know the answer? Where do they hide information from you Negroes? Do 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 do. I'm gonna sing with some soul. Do 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 do. Ooh 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 ooh. Okay, sorry. In books. Where do they hide information from you Negroes? They hide it in the books. At the very end of the movie, the last word she looked up, the last word was porcine albumin, which was in her hair care products. And basically it was pig blood because the weave was feeding on blood. But this is the thing. When you go to a Negro, you be like, what's in that? I don't be reading all that shit. You don't know what's in these products.
Right.
Hold on. Hold on.
Yeah. And it's actually in a lot of our so-called health and beauty products.
Sis, I want to thank you for your time. It is in health and beauty products. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
I think it was a great movie. I want to encourage anybody who has an iota of self-respect, please go watch the movie. It is an educational movie. It deals with the occult. You should really watch it. I want to leave you. Well, let me just say this to the family real quick. If you like what we do, if you appreciate what we do, support Crumb TV. It costs money to do what we do. I think you, he's just going on the internet for free. No, I pay money. And sister, Karmic Dynasty, she pays money. Sis, do you pay money to make this thing operate?
I pay money to make it happen.
We pay money to make this thing happen. So please, family, to take some of the burden off of us, throw $1 into the Cash App so we can keep on the education. Even if your stingy ass don't understand the value of what we're doing, don't nobody care. LaTanya Page Balcom understands the value. That's why the value. That's why she's a sponsor with her book, My Op 42 Plus God. I'm rocking with her. Keenan Booker understands the value. That's why I'm rocking with him. Kicked Out of Heaven, The Untold History of the White Races, circa 700 to 1700, 3 volumes, a big ass book. Also, Platinum VK understands the value. You don't got to send $1 to me, family. It's all good if you don't see the value within what we doing. VK Platinum see the value. And if you see the value in VK Platinum, or you see the value in the books, then buy the books which support Crumb TV. You know, do whatever it is you need to do. But family, I need you to at least read a book, at least hit the like button, at least hit the comment, and let me know what you think. Hopefully it's peaceful, and share this video. So sis, can you help me close this thing out?
Yes. Again, everyone, if you haven't watched it, take Brother Crumb's suggestion, read it. Read the books he's showing you. Watch the movie. We want to leave you all the same way we came to you. In peace.
Hey, you are now watching Crumb TV.
Crumb TV.
Hey, we in Chicago, y'all, and y'all watching Crumb TV.
It's your brother, $10 I say.
You are now watching Crumb TV.
You in Chi-Town finest, Jim Inglewood, always up to no good.
Man, I'm telling my brother Crumb.
You're watching Crumb TV.
I'm your humble brother, and you are watching Crumb TV.
Reporting live from the Wild Hunter Southside Chicago.
And you now watching Crumb TV.
And you're watching Crumb TV.
Crumb TV, baby. Hey.
Crumb.